Sly the Biker Guy here. I'm standing in Bellefontaine Cemetery in St. Louis, Missouri. This cemetery was established in 1849, early on in the St. Louis history. It was part of what was called the rural cemetery movement. Rural cemeteries were set outside the city limits to protect the population from potential disease, but they were also designed to be very park-like, so that the setting was peaceful for when you visited your loved ones. Notable people that are buried here in Bellefontaine are William Clark, part of the Lewis and Clark expedition; Adolphus Busch, starter of Anheuser-Busch Company; Robert Barnes started Barnes Hospital; the McDonalds from McDonnell Douglas are here. Among the souls in this cemetery are Susan Blow, who originated the kindergarten movement; Sterling Price, who we talked about in an earlier video in Pilot Knob, the Confederate general who ultimately lost that battle but took over the fort of Fort Davidson. Sterling Price is here in this. We'll visit a few grave sites on our tour today, but a few people worth mentioning that we won't be stopping by are William S. Burroughs, inventor of the adding machine, is buried here; William Greenleaf Eliot, founder of Washington University; Samuel Hawken, manufacturer of the Hawken Rocky Mountain Rifle; Captain James Buchanan Eads, bridge builder; Robert Brookings, benefactor of Washington University and founder of the Brookings Institute; the Lemp family, St. Louis brewers with a tortured family history; Edward Mellencrot, both senior and junior, founders of Mellencrot Chemical, producers of the enriched uranium used for the Manhattan Project; James S. McDonald Jr., aviator and founder of McDonnell Douglas; Henry M. Shreve designed the first river-going steamboat and the namesake of Shreveport, Louisiana; George G. Vest, senator and author of the dog lover's favorite phrase, man's best friend. I'm standing at the gravesite of William Clark. William Clark, with Meriwether Lewis, explored the Louisiana Purchase from the Mississippi River all the way to the Pacific Ocean, primarily going along the Missouri River. During this time, they claimed the Pacific Northwest for the United States. In addition to the exploration, William Clark was governor of the Missouri Territory appointed by James Madison. He was governor from 1813 to 1820. He was superintendent of Indian Affairs from 1822 till his death in 1838. If you've ever shared a cold frosty one with any of your friends, you may have this guy to thank for it. Behind me is Adolphus Busch, buried here at the Bellefontaine Cemetery. I'm standing at the gravesite of Henry T. Blow. He was a backer of the Dred Scott lawsuit. Next to him is Susan Blow. She was a leader in the kindergarten movement. Major General Sterling Price of the Confederate States Army. Sterling Price was also a governor of Missouri. Popular because of his war service, he was easily elected governor of Missouri in 1852, serving from 1853 to 1857. During his tenure, Washington University in St. Louis was established, the state public school system was reconstructed, the Missouri State Teachers Association was created, the state's railroad network was expanded, and a state geological survey was created. Although the state legislature passed an act to increase the governor's salary, he refused to accept the increase, holding to the salary from when he was elected. Bellefontaine Cemetery is a remarkable walk through St. Louis and American history. You'd be hard-pressed to find a section of the peaceful landscapes devoid of dignitaries for whom our streets and neighborhoods were named. An afternoon among these names, reviewing their contribution, only makes me wish I could sit with each of them to experience the stories and tales they could tell. Unfortunately, I could only pay homage to their memory.